Morning guys, let's get straight into today's video, into today's episode, because it is the 18th of January. And whether you like it or you don't like it, that means that as of today, we are already 5% of the way through 2024. And I think that's significant for a few reasons. A, 5% already, wow, like where's that time gone? And B, this is the last year of Q1 of the century. So I think it's quite a landmark year. You know, we're going towards 2025 and people will, as we always do, look back and reflect on what they have achieved or what they have done, what they have seen, what they have felt in the last 25 years, in this first quarter of this century. I still remember the turn of the millennium of 2000 like it was yesterday. I was a wee boy, but I still remember it very well. And I much prefer, landmarks, I guess, are like today, where we're looking at percentages of a period of time that has passed rather than like a week or a month. I have my own theories about this, but I believe, and you can think I'm crazy if you want, I believe that they, whoever they are, have structured the year, the months, and the weeks to effectively keep us in this cycle of confusion. Because if you really think about it, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Why are there 7 days in a week? Like 7. It's the most random number ever. It means nothing. 7 is what you ask someone. 7 is what someone says to you when you ask them how they're feeling. Most people will respond with 7. It is literally, if you had to define average, 7 is the number, right? Statistically, it's 5, but really it's 7 because there's elements of, being humble and nice, all that stuff. So 7 days in a week doesn't make a lot of sense. We have 12 months. 12 months with different days. We have February, which has 28, and then we have others which have 30 or 31. It doesn't make any sense. If we had 13 months, that means every single month could have 28 days, and every single week would start on a Monday. Would make so much more sense. Why have they never done it? I'm not going to get into conspiracies, just my theory. So, I like to game the system a little bit and see time in percentages. So January the 18th is the first major milestone for me because it is 5% of the year, 1/20th. And this day and this video is, and that sort of revelation, if it is a revelation to you, is either going to make you feel proud or it's going to make you feel overwhelmed, because you're either going to look back and think, wow, I've done some really cool stuff in these first 17 days, 18 days. Or you're going to think, oh my God, I haven't got enough done. I said I was going to do this. Haven't really got started on that. Like, oh, where am I? So it's either going to overwhelm you or it's going to inspire you. It's going to inspire you to think, wow, look what I've done in such a short space of time. Think what I can do for the whole year. Or it's going to make you think, wow, I've done so little in this time. Time's running out. I need to get more done. It very much depends on your perspective and kind of the action that you've already taken. And we have to remember that materially, at this point in the year, let's say you started on January 1st, January 2nd, right? This is a brand new, you're a blank canvas. Materially, tangibly, in the real world, the physical world, not much has probably changed. If it's a physical goal you've got, lose weight, build muscle, whatever it might be, nothing's probably changed that much. If it's something to do with business or finance or career, again, nothing has probably changed. I doubt you walked into work yesterday and your boss was like, I'm giving you a 10 grand pay rise because you've smashed it the last 17 days. It's just not going to happen, right? Equally, if you're starting a business, good luck making cash in 17 days. If you do, drop me a comment because I'd love to know how you did that. It's much more about a feeling at this stage. And it's a feeling, like I said, of overwhelm or a feeling of control, that you're in control. And I think it's pretty straightforward. If you're feeling like you're in control, then use this milestone as an opportunity to look back, reflect, and celebrate. Because when you're on this sort of path, this journey, whatever the journey may be, it doesn't really matter what the journey is, but when you're on a journey, it's very easy to just wake up and think, another day, I've got to keep going, I've got to keep going. And absolutely, you do have to be consistent and diligent and disciplined and continue to do the work. But you also have to take a chance and a time out, not for long, but just to celebrate the milestones, to celebrate what you've achieved in a set period of time. And that doesn't have to be a whole day. I'm not saying to take a day off to piss it all away, and start again from from scratch tomorrow. I'm saying to take 30 minutes, 1 hour to sit down and just reflect. Like, what have you actually done? How does that make you feel? And equally, if you're not where you thought you'd be or where you want to be at this point, that reflective process is still incredibly valuable. To look back and think, okay, I'm not where I want to be. Why? And taking real accountability and ownership is probably the best first step you can make, because it's very easy to blame other people, to blame circumstances, to become the victim, to sort of go into that shell, that victim mentality. It's a very low level of consciousness that a lot of people spend, unfortunately, the majority of their lives in without even realizing. But actually, if you take ownership of that and you go, okay, this didn't go to plan, and maybe I did get a little bit unlucky with that, but if I'm really honest with myself, I know I could have done X, Y, or Z. And that's not to say that you then have to beat yourself up and punish yourself and feel terrible about it. You use that as fuel to then plan the next 5%. So you then go, okay, this 5% hasn't gone to plan. 18 days. Well, guess what? In the next 18 days, this is the plan. This is the roadmap. This is what I'm going to do. These are the tangible actions that I'm going to take. This is the thought process that I'm going to adopt. This is what my routine is going to look like day to day. This is how I'm going to structure my week. All of this stuff. These milestones are important, guys. An opportunity to look back and also an opportunity to look forward. Plan ahead. Be proactive with this stuff. If you're just waking up and chancing it or hoping for the best, oh God, just saying it makes me feel ill. Nothing is going to happen. Trust me. You are leaving so much on the table. Okay? So, 5% of the year, guys. We are hurtling towards 2025, Q2 of the century. I'm excited. I got a big smile on my face. Has everything gone to plan for me in the last 18 days? Absolutely not. But I can look back on it and I'm proud of myself. I'm not expecting external validation or other people to line the streets and throw a parade for me. But I'm proud of what I've done. I feel like if I look back, there's been some times where I just wanted to do absolutely F all, sit on the sofa and just watch 8 episodes of Succession back to back. And I'm not saying you can't have time off. In fact, I encourage you to do that. But you need to be able to, or you want to be able to look back on that time and go, you know what? I'm proud of myself. It was a start. And that's all we're looking to do at this stage. That first 5% is getting started. Maybe the first 5% wasn't your first 5%. That's absolutely fine. Let's try and make sure the next 5% is your first 5%. And if you have used that first 5% well, then just build. Keep building, keep moving forward. And use these little markers, these little checkpoints as the opportunity to look back and reflect and to look forward and plan. And I guarantee you, looking back will fuel your ability to move forward. Absolutely promise you on that. Much shorter and sweeter today, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. Tomorrow is a Friday. Yep, Friday. January the 19th. We are moving into the second 5% of 2024. So today is a day of reflection. It's a day we look back, see what we've achieved, and plan for the future. Lock in, let's go.